it's Craig Spicer with Wood County Park District and Snake here again for another episode of Skits for Snake, where we learn a little bit about the snake and his kind, and then you teach us a little bit about the world around us. Snake doesn't get out very much. He doesn't get to be outside and learn a lot about other animals and plants, so that's where we're really counting on you. Now, today in Skits for Snake, we're actually going to learn a little bit about what snake eats. Food is everybody's favorite subject, and snake really loves food too. But what does snake eat? Do you know? Yeah, snake is a carnivore. That means that snake only eats meat or other animal. In order to get that food, snake needs to hunt. And when an animal hunts another animal, well, that makes them a predator. So snake is a predator of animals like mice, and voles, and shrews, little tiny mammals that scurry around the forest or the prairie floor. But snake's a really great climber. So snake can actually eat birds or bird eggs that are left in the nest. Sometimes, if it's wading around a wetland, snake will pick off maybe a frog or a toad. That's right. Snake is a really great swimmer. Now, in order to find its prey, snake is going to use that tongue to, like we learned earlier, smell out its prey. Snake doesn't have that great of vision, so snake really relies on its tongue to smell its prey out. Now, when snake finds its prey, it'll lunge out and it'll grab that prey with its mouth and a lot of backward-facing teeth. They're not too good for chewing anything up, but they are really good for grabbing and hanging on. Now, after it hangs on, it will immediately wrap around its prey, kind of like it has my hand right here, except when it's hunting and it grabs its prey, it'll squeeze a lot harder. Ooh, it'll squeeze until the animal that it's squeezing dies. Woo. Now, when snake realizes that prey is dead, it'll start to pull it down into its throat where it can swallow, but how does it get it in there? Does it have any hands so it can grab onto a fork and jam it back in there? So what does it use? Well, I have the skull right here of a snake very similar to our eastern fox snake. This is actually from a corn snake, very close relative to the eastern fox snake, and it might give us some clues about how the snake eats. So first off, what is it missing on the front? Its lower jaw. What is it missing on the front? Yeah, it doesn't have a chin. Both of its jaw bones are actually independent. They're separate. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means it can use its jaw independently to pull forward, pull it back, forward, pull it back on this side, and then this side, and this side. It does kind of this side-to-side movement. And doing that pulls the prey down into its throat muscles where it can push that big prey down. Snake doesn't really have a very big head. And you probably already know that snakes can eat prey a lot bigger than their faces. Well, there's another very special thing about snake skulls. Here at the back, we can see the jaw hinges. So we've got one hinge right here, and then we've got another hinge right up here at the top. So it opens its mouth once, but then it can open its mouth all the way again. Well, I can't do it. You can't do it either. We only have one jaw hinge, but the snake has two. So wait a minute. Does the snake dislocate its jaw? No. If it dislocated any part of its body, well, it can't use it anymore until it gets fixed. So it just has a double hinge instead. It can open its mouth twice and still use its jaw bones and its muscles to pull that prey back. So, something else about our snake is that when it... Got a question? Oh, yeah. Snake is curious. What do other animals eat? And how do they eat? So, at this point, if you have a favorite animal, now's the time for you to dive into a little bit of research and find out how that animal eats. What does it use? What does it eat? And then report back to us in videos of either skits or plays or games you've made up, maybe even drawings or just straight up reports. Those videos can be shared with us on our Facebook page, Wood County Park District. Make sure to tag us. Or you can always use the hashtag #SkitsForSnake. We'll take a look at them, we'll share them, and we'll both learn a little bit more about our natural world. So, until then, we'll see you later.